Hello, sir. Can you please state your name and a little bit of background about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Timothy Christopher O'Donovan. I'm a carpenter, contractor. Born and raised in Larnaty, Skibbereen, Ireland. Came to America in 1982. Let's see.
You mind if I ask you a couple questions?
You can ask me a couple of questions.
Why did you leave?
Always wanted to see the world. First of all, I tried to get a visa to go to Venezuela for a job, and the job didn't occur, so I was kind of upset. And then I tried to get to Australia, couldn't get a visa to go to Australia. And then I tried to get a visa to come to America, I couldn't get a visa there. So I got myself a holiday visa to come to the US. And that's how I entered the US in 1982.
Was it hard leaving?
It was extremely hard leaving home. It was very difficult. I'd never left home in my life, never left my home place. And it took me a long time I was extremely homesick for about 3 months.
What did you do when you first got here?
What did I do when I first got here? For the first month and a half, we didn't have any work. We stayed, knew somebody. The guy that traveled with me was from my hometown, Frank Wally, and he knew somebody, so we stayed with somebody in San Francisco. And work was very scarce. There was no work. And when I got here, then the first job I got was furniture moving from somebody. And it was about 3 months before I started working on my trade, which was carpentry. And then after that, it was not a problem getting work.
Was there any diversity coming here?
No diversity. Basically, you were Irish, you went to San Francisco, there was a lot of things you could do when you found when you got to know people, got to meet people and understand what you were able to do. And
go ahead.
Then obviously there was a lot of Gaelic associations there. I played Irish football in Ireland, so I got to play. When they found out that I was able to play Irish football and hurling in San Francisco, it was like, which team should I play for? And then I played with the guys I stayed with in San Francisco. I played with their team because if I had to play with an opposing team, it wouldn't have looked very well as a roommate. And people weren't trying to entice me to play with some other teams. But it was fun.
What was your marital status?
My marital status? I wasn't married. I wasn't married before I came here. I was single.
Did anyone object to you leaving?
Leaving Ireland?
Yeah.
Yeah, my father and mother did not want me to leave. My family did not want me to leave. They obviously thought leaving, that they would never again see me, that I wouldn't ever come back. That was the history from their people, their family. When they were growing up, they never see their siblings again. So they're fearful of that they'd never again see you. So that was pretty tough.
Yeah. Was it hard adapting to a new culture?
Not really. I fit in pretty quick, fit in pretty easy. I found traveling in Europe when I was younger, I think kind of acclimated me a lot for the US. I was kind of prepared. I was well prepared for traveling. I had financially set myself up to be able to live here for at least 6 months, because that was my visa was for 6 months. My holiday visa.
But you stayed longer?
Yeah, I stayed for, I overstayed my visa by, 2 years.
How did Americans treat you when you got here?
Oh God, they love me. Are you kidding me? They treated us very well. There was no animosity or anything like that. It was pretty cool.
Were there any like hardships at all? No hardships?
No hardships.
No hardships. What was the cost of living at the time?
It was cost of living was pretty good. I remember gas was less than $1. I'll never forget that. Gas in Ireland was less than $1 a gallon. It was like 99 cents a gallon, I remember. And then it went, compared to Ireland, it was very inexpensive. I thought the cost of living was a little cheaper here.
Was your salary fitting to your living?
My salary was, at the beginning, it was just part-time, but then as months passed, I was able to, salary was just, it was unbelievable. I made a lot of money.
Was it everything you expected coming to America?
Yeah, it was everything I expected, yeah.
Why America?
Funny way you'd say that. I never really wanted to come to America. I wanted to go to Australia. It was interesting how I ended up here. I just came here on holidays to travel, to try to get to someplace else. But the only way to, at that time, it was extremely hard to get into this part of the world, or even any country at that point, unless you had a visa. And the only way you could get in here was through a holiday visa. So, this was the only place I could go.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What made you want to stay here?
I guess later, after a couple of years, I met my wife here, and then after that, I guess that was it. Then I became a legal citizen. About 5 years after we got married, I was illegal up to then. I was illegal for my first 15 years.
What was the process becoming a citizen?
Becoming a citizen was it was a pretty easy process, because they obviously had me checked out. I mean, I had been living here for a long period, and it was just a case of probably within 6 months the paperwork was processed.
Did you bring anything from home when you came here? Like I don't know, like a little gift?
No, I didn't know anybody here, so I didn't bring anything. I just brought my clothes and enough money in my pocket and enough to survive, and that was it.
Do you visit your country often?
Yes, I do. As many times as I can. Over the last, well, I'm here now 30 years, and pretty much went home at least once every year over the 30 years.
Have you changed at all since you have been here, and how?
I haven't changed one bit since I got here.
Not your accent or
My
anything?
accent has probably softened a little bit to become more Americanized, but I still feel I haven't changed. At least I hope I haven't changed.
And last one, do you regret coming here?
Wow, tough question. I could still live there today. It's funny, Ireland will always be my home. And today, obviously, I have a wife and 2 kids here. It's going to be hard to let them go back, let them here and me go back. But I could live in Ireland again today, not a problem.
Okay, well, that's it. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for the interview.